Episode 62 of Say What's Real. I got my disembodied voice.
Hey, yo, it's Narf.
And I got, hey, bro, I don't even have to introduce you, dog, because they see the dread. This is crazy, bro. The dreads are here, dude.
Yeah.
You look like Future, dog.
I didn't have them at first. Not like this.
This is probably my favorite hairstyle I've ever seen from you.
Yeah, man. They're growing a little bit.
No, I mean, if I was a girl, I would definitely...
Oh, pause.
I would definitely... Not pause. Nah, not pause. Why are you guys saying pause? I would definitely...
Because earlier today you told me that you showed your penis to a bunch of people, so...
In my group chat.
Whoa.
Yeah, no. In the group chat, chat, back in my 20s, we did a size comparison.
Adam 22 stir.
I did a size comparison, so.
Adam 22 stir.
I mean, hey, I know everybody's group chats are different, but mine was lit back in the day. Right. I guess it was 10 years ago, but everybody needs to calm down a little bit.
Lit is crazy. I'd say scary.
Sketchy a little bit.
But yeah, no, okay, so before we start, guys, this is the anniversary video of Say What's Real.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, if you've been following this channel since day one, obviously you recognize who's in front of the camera right now.
Yeah, man, it's rolling, bro.
This is the guy who helped me start the channel, helped me start the podcast, helped me start.
Time goes fast, don't it?
It does, and in the blink, it literally feels like yesterday we were in that other room.
Yeah, it does. It's weird.
You know, and
it's weird, bro.
It's different, obviously, right? Because this year's different, right? There's like, and I have Sam with me now.
Yeah.
There's no Justin, no Josh, and those people helped me grow with the channel. But now we're heading in a different path, and Sam has been somebody who I gotta give my guy his flowers, bro. Like he took me out of like I wanted to quit in January, dog.
Yeah.
So he helped me. Yeah, he helped me bring, kind of...
I mean, there's a lot of work doing a podcast multiple times a week, and editing and consistently putting out videos for years. Consistently.
Yeah, consistently. Yeah. And you were there for the whole journey of it. Yeah, you would see me post every week. And, and I would tell Warren, like, hey, this is... It's one of those things where... Like, I gotta give people their flowers too, right? Like, obviously Justin and Josh helped me in the beginning. Justin was a major part of what I did. And but for the 5-year anniversary video, I'm glad you showed him in.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, like, let's go.
Top it up with you.
But one of the things, guys, that we're gonna talk about, it might annoy you. I don't give a shit if it fucking annoys you, to be honest, with you, because the Lucky Charms of me, but
it's kind of annoying, but
it is annoying, but
definitely annoying.
But he's there, but one of my favorite things, bro, to argue with you about, throughout the last year, I actually think that this is gonna sound dramatic, but this saved my life. Was the Drake and Kendrick beef, dude?
It's been a lot of talks.
No, I mean, me and you've literally spent hours of our entire life. I mean, it's not even a joke. We've spent hours of our entire life beefing about this.
We did, bro.
Like, there's times we probably could have walked our dog or fed them or fucking cleaned the house, but we were going out.
Going back and forth, like, rage messaging.
No, it was rage message. 100% rage messaging. It
was, bro.
Yeah, there was times where I'm like, bro, like...
You would send me, like, a complete, like, 12 message, like, 6 paragraphs in a row explaining why Kendrick is a bitch and he doesn't do anything for LA and how everybody is coping and like, it was mad wild, bro.
Oh, the word coping was our favorite word last year, bro.
It was mad wild. I was like, yo, this dude is out of pocket, bro.
Andrew is a coper for Drake, though.
Yeah. I mean, you are, bro.
No, one of the things I appreciated when I first met Sam and we first started doing the podcast together was what he reminded me of you a lot, because like I was like a big Drake glazer, right? I'm a big Drake fan, and then Sam was the opposite of me.
Yeah,
I was like, bro, you remind me of Warren so much because like this guy's like the opposite of Drake and the Kendrick, you know?
Yeah.
And I think the problem with me and you, right, as obviously I value our friendship a lot, but I feel like me and you have like this. We're from different eras.
I absolutely a generation gap.
Yeah, it's a big generation gap. So we have like. You'll say like your top 5 is, you'll mention people like DMX and like,
I'll say like DMX and I'll put Jada Kiss in there. Eminem, Big L.
Well, Eminem, obviously, right?
Yeah,
Obviously Eminem's gonna go in there. And
Big
L's one of like
Big L's like one of those sleepers that people.
He's a sleeper for sure.
People don't. I mean, because he had such a short career because he obviously met his demise young. But if anybody follows, like, how me and you talk about, because you're into the battle rap scene when you were young, like Cassidy's whole, like, 2-bar setup. Like,
yeah, Cassidy was a huge.
Like, Big L was doing that shit in like 97. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's. I mean, I think a lot of the dudes that like, that like that type of flow, that type of bar setup, punchline, setup, punchline, I like that. But yeah, it's definitely different eras. And if I were to ask you your top 5, you would be like Lil Yachty.
I would not say I wouldn't say like no. I would. That's crazy. Right?
Yeah, Drake's number 1.
Drake's number 1.
No, he said
Lil
like
Yachty, the dude from Shoreline Mafia.
he's talking about G-Eazy.
Yeah.
No, I tried to put him on Shoreline Mafia during COVID.
God.
And this guy shit on me, but I'm not saying they're MCs. They're not MCs,
bro.
But the Shoreline Mafia made music that I could vibe to
Booty
a little bit, right?
Bro.
It's all vibe music. I never said they're MCs.
This guy loves the vibe, by the way.
I do.
He loves the vibe.
He doesn't hate much shit, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah,
there's some stuff I definitely am like, turn this shit the fuck up.
And he just is fucking loving it. He's just in there sweeping, baking, cheesecakes in the oven, listening to Drake.
Are you cooking cheesecakes and not telling me?
No, for sure I'm cooking, because there's been times where I message him like, hey, I'm in the middle of cleaning or doing errands, right? I'm running errands and I'm listening to Shoreline Mafia, and this guy will make fun of me, and it's like, bro, I'm not saying they're MCs.
What's the name of one of Drake's like timestamp records?
Okay, we got 8
What's the Bridal Path?
5 a.m. in Toronto.
What's the Bridal Path?
7 a.m. in Bridal Path.
He'll be like, yeah, dog, I'm just baking a turkey listening to 7 a.m. on Bridal Path. And I'll
7 a.m. in Bridal Path is fire, dude. Like, this guy's crazy,
dog. This bull's tripping, bro.
He said pause.
This dude is baking a turkey listening to 7 a.m. in Bridal Path.
That's crazy. No, that song's fire. I tried to send it to him, Sam, and he wouldn't listen to it. He literally wouldn't listen to it because of the name. I'm like, literally listen to this song and you'll know what I'm talking about.
Drake will not get listened to in my home unless it is forced upon me.
I mean, speaking of the battle, back to the battle, like we were saying, the Drake, like it was a good battle, bro. No, I gotta give both of them, even though I'm not the biggest Drake fan, but you gotta give them both their flowers
for sure.
I mean, it was it's the biggest battle of all hip hop history, in my opinion.
I mean, yeah. I mean, social media has played such a big part in it.
Kendrick broke a record, right? He was the most listened to song of the year, right?
I think so.
Yeah, and I mean,
I mean, both of them were, the amount of how many 5 songs each?
It was like 4 or 5 songs each year.
So basically, they both together like created an album.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
In like how long? It wasn't even that long.
No, it was like a month or two span. I mean, well, think about it. In past beefs that we've had, right? Like there's never been this many diss tracks.
Yeah, at least usually one.
No, it's usually like 1 or 2.
Two's like the most.
Two's like the most. People don't want to spend that energy going, past 2.
Bar for bar past 2. Yeah,
because then it's just like, all right, man, we're beating a dead horse at this point. I said what I wanted to say.
No, this was different though. This was the 2.
Well, yeah,
this was the different. Top 2 of our generation.
Well, I mean, so was
going at each other.
It was the same. What Nas and Jay were the top 2.
Well, okay. So, in your opinion, why didn't Nas and Jay do more? Like, why didn't they trade more?
Because they both did mad subliminals, not subliminals, but they both did mad shots, taking shots in songs already.
Before the actual, yeah.
So then they, Jay-Z had 2 songs. His was like Super Ugly and, he had another one. I forgot the name. Takeover or something. Wait, I forgot the name. It was a diss towards Mobb Deep and Nas. So he basically had 2 songs, and then when Nas came out with Ether, it was just like.
Well, yeah, everybody only remembers Ether.
I mean, he doesn't need what you know why the answer to why he didn't continue.
Well, I mean, Ether was crazier.
That's what I'm saying. The same reason that Kendrick didn't go anymore after
the Hard Part 6.
Well, after They Not Like Us.
Well, the Hard Part 6 was.
If you let out They Not Like Us, that was his Ether.
Yeah, I mean.
So he.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Why would he continue after that?
Like,
because he could follow up with an ass track.
That song's very weird to me, man. Because like the song isn't bad, right? And I've told Sam
he
this.
Dies
right?
on this hill, right?
Yeah, the song isn't bad, but I mean, like, I've showed you.
It's not my favorite song.
I've showed you screenshots, Warren, where like John the Don's talking about like this slaps in the strip club. Like, why are we listening to this? Why are we listening to this in the strip club? Like, you're literally getting a lap dance about a song about a pedophile. But I mean, you know what I'm saying?
The beats. Because they like
it's the beat.
No, I know, but then
about
they
the
don't
actual song.
He literally says in the song like, "Oh,
they're
Drake."
already lit in a club. They don't give a fuck.
That's facts.
No, but he says in the song like, Drake, your fans are not slow. They are. The whole fan base is slow. If you think about it, dude, you're in a strip club getting like a lap dance to a pedo song. And then Kendrick's like, "Hey, Drake, the fans are not slow." It's like they kind of are slow a little bit, dude.
You're deeply, thinking about it. I don't think it's as deep for.
That's what I'm saying.
Like when they're at the club and they're already sauced up, and they hear a mustard beat.
Yeah, I mean,
they could hear anything, bro, and they're gonna still get their dick sucked. They're still gonna get twerked on. I mean,
someone's gonna get their sucked, but yeah. But I mean, hey, people weren't a fan of the Hard Part 6. This is why I like that song, right? The Hard Part 6 kind of. I've always wanted to hear Drake go dark, right? Now, whether you believe any of the stuff in the song, that's whatever. But like, I've always wanted to hear Drake go dark. Right, like the whole mother. I always tell this to Warren. This guy, mother.
He always, this dude.
This dude. That's the one record where you say you got molested. That guy, bro.
Hit me up one night, right? And I just like the pause. I like to play with him. Like, I like to suggest. I'll say little things like, I'll say to piss him off. I'll say a Kendrick. Like line. So like I think you had said something, and what did I say? I was like, because Drake came out with a new song. And it was like a couple, what was the name of it? It's Up?
Yeah, it's Up with Thugga and 21.
Yeah, he came out with that Thug song, and I was like, and I texted you, I was like, he went to Atlanta, what I say, he went to Atlanta.
He went to Atlanta to get a check balance.
Yeah, to get a check balance.
Yeah.
And you responded to me, "Oh my God, I cannot stand when these motherfuckers just quote his music. They can't even debate. All they do is just quote his music all day." And I was like,
it's true, they do. Like, if you go online, bro.
Mother I. Like, this is literally what you're notorious
That is like
for.
half his vocabulary is
literally
Drake lyrics.
Half your vocabulary is Drake lines. Then, like, me and you, we don't even know what he's talking about.
I don't. He will come up to me and just drop a bar, and I'm like, I'm not that deep. Like, I like rap, but I'm not that deep.
He's like...
No, but I mean, it's got to the point where, like, I've even told you, I'll go out in public and quote Drake lyrics to people, right? And they'll be like, "Oh, that's fire."
On the normal.
They're like, "Oh, that's fire," and I'm like, "Oh, hey, do you know Drake?"
Take a pic of your lips, gobbling on my cock.
Gobbling on my cock.
I'm like, what? You said that to me before.
Yeah, but then I'll be like,
through the text.
Pause for sure. But then I'll be like, hey, bro, like Drake said that, and then people will be like, "Oh, that's trash."
I never say that. Do I ever say that?
No, you've never said that. But I told you. Didn't I
shit.
tell you that? Like, hey, bro.
No, you told me that, but I don't ever say it's
there's
trash.
somebody that me and Sam know at work where he's never listened to Family Matters. And when I played Family Matters, he's like, "Oh, this is Drake, bro. This is fire. When was this?" I'm like, "What do you mean? This was during the beef." And he's like, "Hey, I've never heard this, bro. This is fire." I'm like,
How have you never heard that?
But he's been telling us weeks prior to that this was the diss track. He's like, "Oh, no, Drake lost, bro. Drake got smoked." But he never heard Family Matters. This is what I was trying to tell you, bro. Like, these people don't I listen to both sides objectively.
Then don't listen to these people who.
Yeah, why do you even listen to them?
Like, if he's not educated, don't listen to people who are uneducated.
It seems like a lot of fans, what I was trying to tell you, Warren, a lot of fans online were similar, right? Like, hey, I don't.
But me and you listen to both.
I don't listen to Drake's discography. I don't listen to his albums. I don't listen to anything. But I'm gonna say he got smoked, bro. How could you have a real opinion then? That's kind of where I was coming from. You have an opinion on this guy's music, but you've never heard any of like anything. You know what I'm saying?
Is it because they hear the songs that is on the radio? Is that what they say?
It could be, and this is the problem with him, right? The problem with Drake was that a lot of his biggest hits obviously are on the radio, but then I'll send you songs like, "Hey Warren, like You and the Six," he talks about his mom and his dad.
Do you agree?
And they say there's no substance, right? But then the substance is there. You're not listening to the substance.
Do you think that the internet? You know how you talked about this battle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And look how TikTok affected this battle.
TikTok was a big factor. Yeah, so, Instagram Reels, Twitter, all that. Yeah.
So do you agree with me that TikTok is a big part of deciding whether a song is popular or not?
I think it goes deeper than that. I think it's all social media.
It is. Because if you hear, bro, listen, the video that Kendrick came out with,
To Not Like Us.
Mm-hmm. Did you watch the video?
Of course.
Did you watch it?
We watched it together. Yeah.
Okay. There's
100 times.
There's like a 20-second clip of a song in the beginning, right?
100 times.
The song. There's like a 20-second clip of a song in the beginning.
Yeah, he says okay? Like broccoli.
It's a song. It's only a clip of a song though.
Yeah.
That clip of that song went viral.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean the clip's fire. I'm not gonna lie. The beginning is fire, dude.
No, without any radio play, that clip to that song, people know word for word, bar for bar, all his lyrics in that little clip.
Well, then didn't you share me a video where like every word basically was like a song that Drake had allegedly been on?
Yeah.
I mean, if that's true, Kendrick, bro, hats off to you. I'm a fan of that, bro.
Yeah, I mean, that's like
I've said that
that's
before.
That's like some Jordan Peele shit.
Yeah, that's some like, bro, what?
But my point is like the social media is why that snippet went viral as it did, because everybody's dancing to it. Did you see the little clips that people are doing? Like they literally, they're still doing it. They're like second day of dancing to this until
the full song
Kendrick
dropped.
Until the full song dropped.
Absolutely,
the full song never dropped.
Yeah,
so
people are still making like 38 days. People are still doing it.
Yeah.
I make this point because a lot of those songs, in my humble opinion, that Drake was coming out with were fucking trash. Kiki, Do You Love Me was fucking trash.
Garbage.
And on social media, everybody was fucking running in a car. Remember that when they were doing that dumbass shit? And they were doing that and it went viral. They made it viral.
It's not him.
It's that not
for a lot of songs.
For a lot of songs. I'm not saying, first of all, I'm not saying the dude's not talented, and I'm not saying that every song is like that. Obviously, some of his look at the ones like the one that I like. What's the Energy?
I mean, Kiki, Do You Love Me was
Energy is not that, right?
No, but Kiki was ran through on TikTok.
That was, but and it was it's like genius. It's fucking marketing. It's why
it's always been my problem with Drake.
It's to his benefit.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, it just showed, because me and you always talk about how, like you said, when me and you, how our eras are different. In my era, you didn't have that shit. You didn't have like the social media, like platforms to help boost your shit. You had MTV.
Well, yeah, that's why
top 10. Remember, you were young, but you remember when Eminem was out in the early 2000s and his shit was on TRL, and that's
why
all
Michael Jackson. That's why Michael Jackson was, super big. I mean, Michael Jackson was doing that before social media.
And that's the wild part.
Yeah, that's the one.
And I'm glad that you admit that, son.
Yeah, of course.
I'm glad. Because me and him, he always goes, this motherfucker told me once that The Weeknd is better than Michael Jackson.
You said that?
Yeah, The Weeknd is.
Oh,
yeah.
My God.
This motherfucker.
You're telling me that.
Look at the camera.
No, The Weeknd has more hits.
Take off the sunglasses.
No, I think The Weeknd has more hits than Michael Jackson.
Oh, okay. That's not the argument. What is better? Not who has better numbers.
I don't even think he has more hits.
No, better numbers? Michael Jackson has better numbers than The Weeknd.
Yeah, then either.
That's 100% a fact.
What song does The Weeknd have that's more popular than Thriller?
Obviously.
Or Beat It.
Who has a fucking song
That's
popular
my
than Thriller?
point. That's my point. He is a
but that's Thriller versus
nigga.
Okay,
on a different level. That's like
he's on a different level.
What I meant was
this is my point. This one of my points to why Michael Jackson is so on a different level.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you think of Michael Jackson, right? What artists do you put alongside him that people debate all the time? I would say Prince. They always had this like low key, not a beef, but like there was Prince fans who were like, because Prince plays like every instrument physically for real.
Yeah,
and you know what I mean? And he sings. So there's always been people that were like, it's honestly, it was sort of like the Kendrick and Drake thing. Like people were like, yo, Michael, he sings and dances and writes his shit, but Prince is an artist, is a musician. They will call, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that was like, they were saying it on. It was underhanded, but what they meant by musician is he really can play like 12 fucking instruments. This nigga's playing a cello, dog. Like, it's wild. Like, seriously, like, dude is wild.
No, I mean, I get it.
Even is talented and as fire as Prince is, he's not even on the level of Michael Jackson. Like, imagine, like you said, having no internet, only having the radio, and people are listening to your shit in 92 in Uganda. And all you have is the radio. Bring it back further than that. Because due to OG. So, I mean, he was around before MTV was playing fucking videos, But, and also he was around, it's weird because, there is actually like kind of similarities between him and Drake with how young Drake was.
I think that's why he was acting. That's why I like the Drake, Michael, Kendrick, Prince comparisons.
I mean, I could see the comparisons because Drake was young when he was acting.
Mm-hmm.
What was like 15, 16?
14, 15.
14, yeah. Right? Like Michael Jackson was like 5.
Yeah.
And these are young cats that but they're both young. And you can't deny what Drake has like accomplished. Like he, but it's weak. I don't even like to compare. Like, I don't think we could compare because you can't mix the eras because they're not the same.
I think it's a similar thing in sports debates.
Right.
Like LeBron versus Jordan.
Yeah,
it's just a pointless debate. It's two different eras.
It's that because like even comparing LeBron and Kobe, that's two different eras. I think Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron, that's 3 different eras.
Yep.
Wouldn't you agree?
I would agree, yeah.
Like LeBron and
one of my favorite players of all time is Kobe. So I get what you're saying.
Oh, and that's why about that.
Yeah, that's my Jordan, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
That's my Jordan is Kobe.
This is a longer conversation, but I totally disagree. I'd put Kobe on a different, like a.
You put Kobe. I mean,
on a lower tier than
you put Kobe on a lower tier.
I don't. I have him at my 7 spot in my all-time list.
I mean,
no, but the all-time list is different, right? But we're talking. Okay, I get what you're saying. The all-time list.
Yeah.
But Kobe as lower tier.
Yes, as a player, not like. I mean, obviously he was the star.
But we're talking about Kobe, LeBron, and Jordan, right?
Yeah.
So
I would say there's
what
like
do you have
tier
Jordan?
A.
What do you have Jordan then?
Jordan's 1, LeBron's 2, and then I have like Tim Duncan, I have Curry, I have Kobe somewhere around there.
Me personally, in my 3 is Jordan. Well, if we're just talking about those 3, where would I put? I would put Jordan, and then I would put Kobe, and then LeBron. The reason for that is we all know Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is a killer. Like, obviously. Dude was psychotic. Kobe emulated that and was like kind of psychotic on the court.
He was just a level belower. If you're just talking stats.
Scoring was his highest points.
81.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, if Kobe didn't lose against the Celtics and the Pistons,
63 against the Celtics.
If he doesn't lose against the Celtics and the Pistons, he has 7 fucking rings.
When you're talking about,
if he doesn't retire, he has 8.
From
if
he greatest.
Doesn't retire, he has 8.
But no, but he lost against the Celtics and the Pistons.
If he wanted to switch teams,
he could have.
He could have gone playing with Hakeem.
Yeah,
he was supposed to go play with Hakeem, and Charles did it instead.
And late in his career, he could have played with the Heat. He could have played with. He could have played.
But he played with the same team his whole career.
Yeah, and with the same team, if he didn't lose against the Celtics and the Pistons, he'd have 7 rings. That puts him above Jordan.
I go back and I watch.
I mean, Kobe was close to that though. Kobe was close. I watch
these guys, and I think we all should just be happy that.
Oh yeah, I mean, you gotta enjoy it all.
Yeah, you
gotta as much as I hate on LeBron, I hate him like I hate Drake.
You're talking like, I mean. Sometimes I'll go back and watch the Heat just to be like, damn.
Yeah.
Fuck. Like
you had to have been there. You had to have been there.
Yeah, it was dominant. It was dominant. Like the famous picture with LeBron and then the flashes in the front. Like,
I mean,
that was running. That was running shit.
I got that same feeling with Curry, which is why I put him so high up.
Curry
in my
is
list.
nasty.
I think he's
nasty.
The greatest shooter of all time, the greatest point guard of all time.
I mean, when you compare, it's kind of let's compare it to music, right? It's compared to music, right? Like, let's say we're talking about Drake, Kendrick, Cole, or LeBron, Kobe, Jordan, right? It's one of those things where it's like, hey, you may not be a fan of the particular person, but if you were alive during that time, there's nothing you can talk about that compares to it.
Well, that's what you're gonna understand as you get older.
Yeah, because which I understand. No, and Warren's right? Like let's say when I have kids, or if I do, God forbid, and they're like, hey, Ian, the rapper, the white boy,
or they're gonna be like, this basketball player is the greatest basketball player,
Victor Wembanyama,
in the world.
Well, Victor has a fucking chance to become the greatest. You know what I'm saying?
He will be.
No, and that's a good take, but with everything else,
but they'll be like, he's having the biggest run of all time, and then you'll be like, well, you'll bring up like LeBron and the Heat, and your son will be like, that shit is ass.
Yeah, we're done with the '90s type shit.
Your parents did that too, right? My parents did that.
No.
You're saying that your parents didn't have a go, and then when you talked about your go, they're like, hey, that's us.
And
they wouldn't say like that's
us. Okay, music-wise. They didn't do that music-wise?
Sort of similar, yeah.
Okay, but with hip-hop.
Yeah, similar.
Right,
yeah.
We're talking about the fucking Jay-Z's and the Kanye's and the Drakes or the J. Cole's or whatever, and then they're like, hey, but Lil Kim is better than Nicki Minaj, bro. It's like, Mom, no, she's not. I'm sorry, Mom, she's not better than Nicki Minaj.
You know, one thing that, like, I was watching an LL interview like from like this year, and I liked something that he said, and he was talking about like, you know, this dude's a funny guy. Like he likes to he's a hip hop fan, but he's a Gen Z, so he'll like he's like yeah. So he'll like talk about like the rap from like the 80s and shit, and he'll like shit on it and be like, I can't do that I can't listen to that hippity hop shit. I can't. Basketball is my favorite sport. I like how they dribble up and down the court. Huh.
Like that,
Yeah.
you young cats don't know about hip hop. Hip hop came from there's no beats. It's
here he
just,
goes.
Just two men of exchanging poetry.
Right. So yeah, I get like you're making fun of like the Melly Mel type, but
Yeah.
but you gotta understand, what you're not understanding is these guys were at the beginning and there was nobody for them to go off of.
Yeah, they were the origin of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not really fair to now in 2024, after you've had like all these crazy MCs who have elevated and what is it called when you like evolution, the evolution of rap, when bars got better, flow got better. It's almost like making fun of the basketball players in 1920 because they couldn't fucking cross over through their legs.
Because it was a part-time job for them.
Right. So you're like, yeah, nigga, you can't even cross over, dog. You can't even like Iverson. And it's like, bro, there was no Iverson.
Yeah, there was no Iverson.
They didn't know how to do that.
Jerry West was dribbling up one-handed.
Which is
they
what I tell you.
No, so it's not fair. Like Eminem got to listen to people like fucking
the Beastie
LL
Boys,
and the Beastie
Biggie,
Boys, right?
Tupac,
and Cordae got to listen to fucking Eminem and Nas and J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
now there's a Cordae, and when your kids are born, it'll be the next evolution, and shit is gonna keep on being more dope.
True. No, I say that a lot about Marvel and all them. I'll say like, hey, a lot of it's generational.
It is, all of it is.
Right, like especially Star Wars, right? Especially with Star Wars, I've told Sam this, like, hey,
it's kind of sad. But
you got the original trilogy fans who grew up in the 70s and 80s,
right?
Then you got the prequel fans who are mine and Sam's age,
Yeah.
Right, the prequels. We grew up on the prequels. Yep. They were coming out theaters, right?
They were coming
That's our shit, the prequels. And then you have the sequel fans, where we're like, hey, we don't like the sequels, but then these these fucking 13, 12-year-old kids are, we love Rey and Kylo. It's generational, and that's the same way,
then you have
right?
the generation of people defending the Acolyte.
Yeah, and then you have the people defending the Acolyte, like, hey, we grew up during good Star Wars, dog. We know what this is, right? Yeah. So you're right. I mean, it's like the same thing with music.
It's the same thing with
everything. Can't wait till my son's like, hey, Lil Ian's the best rapper ever. And I'm like, hey, bro, Lil Ian ain't shit, blood.
He's going to be he's going to be like, yo, Dad, what's the white dude that came out with that, the drill rapper?
Slim Jesus.
Slim Jesus.
Yeah.
He's going to be like, Dad, have you ever heard about Slim Jesus? That dude was fire.
And you're like, hey, don't ever bring Slim Jesus up. Listen, man, you know what I'm really proud of, man? Like, throughout me and your friendship, I feel like when it comes to hip hop talks, I'm not like as adverse as you, but like I feel like I'm really big into battling. Like I started really, really early when battling wasn't even popular, right?
Which is rare for this area.
Which is rare in general because people only know battling because Conceited's on Wild and Out.
I mean, but it's still not. I still like when you go out and talk to people, they don't know. Like,
no, they don't.
I don't know a damn thing.
No, and like I was talking to you about shit.
Tried to get me into it,
and I've tried to show you shit from like the early 2000s. Remember, like fucking Jump Off and fucking the World Rap League days.
Yeah.
So
the Rap Olympics when in like '97.
Yeah, and that's what I grew up on, and I came up through URL and KOTD and fucking RBE, and when people say like, hey, Conceited's on Wild and Out, I'm like, bro, did you know Conceited was one of the most popular memes ever?
Where he's really from, like where he came from.
Yeah, remember the meme where Conceited's like this?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Yeah, that popular meme. That, bro, I watched that battle when it came out.
But
before it became a meme.
Most people did not.
Yeah, so and especially with hip hop, right? Like I grew up when I was growing up, right? My mom used to make us listen to hella like Tupac, Biggie, Eminem, like, so I grew up on like DMX and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So like I grew up on all that stuff. I appreciate that stuff. So when I say
you like music in general.
Yeah. So a lot of it it's crazy because when I remember being like a fucking 6-7-year-old kid, 5-year-old kid. Hey, look at Tupac, Eminem, like they're saying crazy ass shit, right? But like that's what I grew up appreciating and loving.
Yeah.
So when I give certain When I give certain opinions on hip hop and like rap in general, I came up with that. I didn't just get like thrown into the wolves. Like I have knowledge of this shit, bro.
But and you also got to understand not only that, but me and you, I mean, elephant in the room. You're not black.
No, that one. I mean, I wish I was. I wish I was.
So me and you, I will joke with you. You know, I'll joke with you and shoot a joke sometime, and I'll be like, "Well, you're white, you know." But I'll also make sure that I'll show you a clip of Maul, like from Joe Budden's podcast, old podcast, saying like the same take as you have to prove to you that like, no, like there's a lot of people like that think that, bro. Like there's a lot of that are older than me or my age. I disagree, but black people aren't monolithic. They don't all think the same thing.
No, that's true.
There are a lot of black people who think that Drake is the greatest rapper of all time, bro.
No, but if you ask the liberals, that black people should all think the same. Like me, debated about too, right?
That's a good topic. So, did you ever talk to Narf about that?
I don't think I have. Sam, like me and Warren debate all the time where like black people are like the only group of people where like you're expected to all vote the same, all think the same, and if you don't vote and think the same, you're not really black, right? Like there's that.
I think it all depends on where you grew up. Like I grew up in bougie ass Issaquah. I don't know any of this like gangster side or like I wasn't exposed to rap till I was like 14 or 15. My family just wouldn't allow it, you know?
Yeah.
So like I had a very whitewashed American dream life for 18 years and then got exposed to some real shit, you know? So, yeah, I think that it really depends where you're from. Like, the people that you grew up around. Like, you could be in a all-black family and your neighbor's white and you become best friends with him and you're a little different than
that's true.
everyone around you, or you grow up with all brothers, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, now we live a different life. It could be a good life. We could all become entrepreneurs.
I feel like I've grown up in like I think especially in Washington, bro. Like I've grown up in like a lot of areas where it was predominantly black.
I could tell
all of us
don't tip.
Yeah, a lot of us are. He said, I tip now. My brother
don't look like
Justin. He's talking about you.
He did.
He's talking about you, Dustin. You don't tip, but Justin doesn't tip. But I love you, Dustin, but he doesn't tip.
Yeah, you just don't. Honestly, you don't give off like I tip vibes. I mean, I came here today. I had a beer. You ain't even have ice.
No, but okay. I didn't. No, I had an ice cube tray.
If that's crazy. Not niggerish, I don't know what is.
No, I had an ice cube. I had an ice cube tray, but like
unfortunately, you've spent too much time in Federal Way.
No, but it's not even Federal Way. But like all the areas I grew up in, we grew up predominantly.
That is not a white thing.
We grew up predominantly. No, we grew up predominantly poor.
There was always ice.
There's always ice.
In every single one of my neighbors' houses in Issaquah,
there's always ice.
There's always a pitcher of filtered water, or it comes out.
I have filtered water. I have filtered water.
Around some of the.
I mean, no. Hey,
I'll make this point. For the election, I don't think it has anything to do with party in this election. No. I think Trump. If black people are voting for Trump, I think personally it's weird because, like, to me, it's clear that he doesn't really like minorities. And, like, I'll say it better. I think it's clear he doesn't really care for minorities. Just like I think it's clear that, like, he doesn't care for military people. Like, if you break down everything he said about, like, John McCain, like, I like my heroes not captured. Like,
that's crazy.
Bro, you said that on live, like, not in a quiet room, like, as a joke. Like, you said that, like, on TV, that I like my heroes not captured. Like, so, to me, it's the same way. It's like, if you're a military person and you vote for Trump, that's how I see, like, if you're black and you vote for Trump, or you're a tranny and you vote for Trump. Transgender. I shouldn't even say trans.
No, you can say
trans. You should say it again.
Say what you want.
Transgender.
Bro.
If you're transgender,
just go say what's real, dog. You can say whatever you want.
If you're transgender and you vote for Trump, I think that's crazy.
We're protected by God, bro.
Because they clearly, are not open to like your lifestyle. So if you're, you know what I mean? Like, so like people you're free to do whatever you want. I think that people should, obviously you should be able to vote whoever you want. But in my opinion, if you're voting for someone who doesn't like fuck with you, I think it's weird, but then, do what you want to do. But at the same time, like I've told you stories. Remember that last time when Trump got elected?
Yeah.
And I told you the story about the guy who had a Hispanic wife and his wife got deported. That's fucking hilarious to me. If you get to vote for Trump, I get to laugh like when your wife gets deported.
But you don't think she would have got deported under Obama?
We would never know because.
But he was known as like the president that deported the most people.
He is, but we would never know. How would we know if she would have got deported under?
No, true. I mean, at the same time, my problem is the leftists or the lefties or the Democrats people. I remember watching an interview on the Breakfast Club where Hillary was like, "Hey, I keep a hot sauce in my purse," and they were like, "Hey, most people will see that as pandering. What do you think about that?" She's like, "Is it working?" Remember when Hillary said that?
I don't remember her saying.
Well,
that.
She said that. She says, "Hey,
I remember
because Charlemagne the God says, hey, like people might consider that pandering. Like, what do you have to say about that?" And she goes, "Oh, is it working?"
Politicians pander.
Yeah, no,
It's
but they
annoying.
seem like they're pandering more than the right, though.
I mean,
that to me, it seems like they're seeing like,
have you ever seen the movie where Will Ferrell is a politician?
Yeah, Campaign.
You ever seen
love that movie?
The part of that movie where he goes from clip to clip? He's going to like the steel union, and he's like, "The steel union is the backbone of this nation." And then he goes to the teachers guild or whatever, and he's like, "The teachers are the backbone of this nation." It's bullshit. They're a politician. They want your vote. So they're telling you what you want to hear. That's where people...
They get media trained like
that's where
crazy.
That shit comes from. The pandering. That's where they get that from.
That's where Donald Trump became so successful. Is he is good at pandering to a large group of people.
Yeah,
white America.
Like all the shoes. Have the shoes.
And he's funny. He's funny and he's a memeable. And
the Nikes, they have the gold.
Oh, he's entertaining as fuck, honestly.
And I think it's because he's willing to get on Elon Musk's on X.
Excuse me.
Huge.
This big.
Yeah.
It's this big.
And he says like, "Hey, like no, there's nothing. My ear shot would have been bigger if you wouldn't have met." I get it, right? Like it's funny.
I took a bullet for this nation. Joe Biden's a bitch.
I mean, he did. Did he not take a bullet for the nation?
Nigga ain't take no bullet, dog. That was shrapnel, nigga.
No, but did he not take a bullet for the nation?
I think it was shrapnel.
No, but when he says he took a bullet for the nation,
shot in the ear, do you think it would be fixed by a Band-Aid for a week? Where did that shit go?
I mean, I've seen some crazy. I've been in MMA gyms where
Evander Holyfield's ear got bit off. Remember?
Yeah,
and you could tell.
I know, but I've seen people with really bad cauliflower where their ear just falls off. Like,
okay, that's kind of disturbing.
That's fucking insane. I didn't know that.
I don't even.
Ears actually heal like really crazy fast, but they like will break down over time, which causes cauliflower. It's nasty.
I hope my ear don't fall off.
No, I mean, okay.
You gotta like get in. If
the shooting was fake,
he's trying to say I don't fade.
If
he tried to play me, he was like, "Yeah, you have to get into fights for that."
No, but if the shooting was fake,
I don't think it was fake.
No, because people died, right? Obviously, right?
Yeah.
So real life people died, but like, was it staged?
I mean, I
don't know.
I don't. How
will I ever know? We won't know.
Yeah, we wouldn't.
So we kind of have to go off what we know. Right? So did he take a bullet for America? That's what it seemed like to me, dude. I mean, to me.
I think his dumbass got shot because he was talking shit.
I mean, me and you talk about this the last couple weeks or months that it happened, but
you compared him to JFK.
I don't remember comparing him to JFK. I don't remember doing that.
No, you did. You were talking about the song. No, you showed me a meme that said JFK got hit like I got hit, but he ain't. I must be here for a real reason.
I mean,
because JFK got hit like I got hit, but he ain't.
I mean, recently I made fun of RFK to you. He's like, I'm just gonna be the president. You know, Sam, how he talks. I mean, imagine hearing a whole like State of the Union.
I would love it. I think it would.
I'm gonna be president. It's like, bro, we can't have.
He's sick, bro.
I don't give a flying fuck. I'm sorry, bro.
That's crazy.
But we have to. No, look at in the look.
Karma.
No, karma for sure. Karma.
Down,
karma, but
nothing to do with this.
Imagine. We're talking about entertainment value, right? Because this is what this country is built off now. Right? Entertainment value.
Is that how you see?
No, my mom messaged me and was like, "Hey, you really would vote for someone based on entertainment?" Because me and Sam talked about it. I'm like, "Mom, like, well, what else do I have? Like, this whole thing is built on entertainment. Like the way you talk, the way you present yourself."
It's a Vegas showcase.
No, and it's not. I don't like, Mom. It's to the point where like I don't. Why do we care about what these people are saying? You're right. They're lying. They're politicians. They're feeding us bullshit. I just want to be entertained at the end of the day. Right? Like, if I knew you were really being honest with me, then yeah, maybe I would vote based on what your stance was on stuff.
Because you just want to laugh.
No, I just want to laugh now because now I know.
See the blue-haired people cry.
Yeah, and we talked about that earlier on episode 61 with Emily. I was like, hey, I just want to see you guys cry now because at the end of the day, if I knew it was real, then yeah, hey, bro.
So what's your stance on the blue-haired people?
On the liberals? Well, the liberals, I'm not Republican or liberal, right? I don't think I belong to either group, but the liberal people it's funny because I like seeing them cry, low-key, dude.
But and that is funny to me because you've been to like Black Lives Matter rallies.
I don't remember being there.
Not a Black Lives Matter rally. Sorry, you went to Gay Pride, but it was a Black Lives.
Yeah, I went to Pride. I've been to Pride before.
Yeah.
I mean, I went.
There's probably a lot of liberals there.
Well, at first it wasn't because I wanted to go, but I was like, hey, I'm gonna go because the people I've dated at the time or the family members I was associated with wanted to go. No, I'm gonna be honest. The Pride the first couple years was fun to me.
Facts.
It was fun.
You wanted to go back.
No, there was a lot of drinking, a lot of eating. There was a lot of. I'm gonna be honest.
Dick straws.
No, yes. Pause. But there was a lot.
Let's be real.
Pride was fun to me. But the last couple years, you're right, bro. Like, everybody there is, like, super blue-haired, liberals, super extremists.
Did you see the meme I sent you with the girl, not meme, but video of the girl screaming?
Yeah, that was actually taken in Capitol Hill.
That is hilarious. You got to show that clip when we do this, when this goes off.
Yeah, I'll put it right now.
You got to put that clip, because that's just gold.
I'll put it right now.
This is the neighborhood, and you are not welcome.
That's why I need to be here.
I mean, it's literally in Capitol Hill.
Yeah, and she's like
for
screaming.
No reason.
No, I mean, and those type of people, like, I don't associate with them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like those type of people. Like, if this country, when it comes to war or having to actually man up and do shit, we're not calling those type of people to help us.
I mean, I would hope not.
I hope not. I mean, those people, right, Sam, they're on their knees like, oh, Trump.
Did you call Kyle Rittenhouse?
I wouldn't call Kyle Rittenhouse.
What about his bait? Like, throw him out as bait.
Would you use them as bait?
Would I use them as bait? I mean, that makes sense. Liberals as bait, yeah, no. I mean, that makes sense. Kyle Rittenhouse is another one, though. I don't really... He killed 2 pedophiles, in my opinion, right? Like, there was a pedophile that died. To me, I don't give a shit. I'm just being honest, Sam. The person that got killed was one of them was a pedophile, right? Or 2 of them? Allegedly.
Is that what you took out of the case?
No, what I took out of the case was that, yeah, 2 pedophiles died.
That's what you took out of the case.
1 or 2 pedophiles died. To me, that's what I took out of the case.
And this is the funny thing.
I'm sorry, Dad.
This is, you know what I took out of the case?
What's that?
Are you familiar with the case?
Mm-mm.
So, this kid during the Black Lives Matter, was that what it was? It was a Black Lives Matter protest.
Yes, sir.
In Kenosha, Wisconsin. He like went with the AR-15. He was a little younger. He was like 17, but I think he got a AR-15 and took it across across city limits to Kenosha, and he wanted to protect the businesses because some businesses were being destroyed by looters. So in the midst of him like being out there, having medical supplies and stuff, crowd started fighting, and he ended up shooting a couple people with his rifle. And he went to trial, and he got let off with self-defense. Now, to me, when I saw that case, I just saw a white kid that got an AR-15 and went to go shoot some people. Well, not that he went to go do that, but he ended up shooting some people. Mm-hmm. And he got off because he was white. Because if my black ass gets an AR-15 and I go to Kenosha and I end up shooting a couple people, I'm going to jail. I'm not getting out. I'm not getting bail. I'm going to be like, Judge, what's the bail? $5 million.
And that's not, I mean,
Andrew's got you.
No, if you truly believe that, that's not right, dude.
If I truly believe
No, I mean, if you believe
what do you think that would happen?
Hey, man, based on what
you don't have ice in your freezer. You grew up around niggas.
Yeah, I don't have ice in my freezer.
Tell me what would happen. You have experience.
No, I'm saying no. If you did the same thing he did and you got more time, or you weren't given any leeway, like that's not right.
I mean,
that's not right. You should get the same treatment he did.
Of course we should, but that's not America, though.
True. I mean, it's not America.
We get voted, or not voted. We get a jury with 12 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And 12 people get to decide whether this person goes to jail or goes free.
And that's the problem with America. Is like
that's the problem.
The problem with America is your black ass should be able to take an AR-15 and shoot pedophiles.
Well,
okay.
No, it's true. His black ass should be able to go take a fucking AR-15 and go shoot people the same way Kyle Rittenhouse did. And if you don't get the same leeway that Kyle did, then there's something wrong with this country. I'm sorry. You're right, dude.
I definitely would not get the same treatment.
And if you didn't, bro, then that's me.
I mean, we could go.
That's me.
We could go. I mean, and like me and you watched that trial together. You don't remember? You don't remember the videos?
I remember one. Yeah.
You don't remember the videos of the trial?
Yes, and he was crying like a little bitch, and like, yes, I remember, dude.
Oh, I've seen that.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Like that's. Can you imagine if I did that? They'd have been like,
it would look weird if you did it.
Laughing like this.
Yeah.
This boy. Now you wanted to be a tough gangster. Then now look at him.
No, I would. I mean, I would look weird if you did it.
Yeah, right.
It would look weird if you.
And then remember the picture. Remember the picture of like him with the judge behind him and the lawyer, and they were like watching a video like this. That would never happen to my black ass, bro. No.
And yeah,
that would never happen.
And your ass is pretty black, dude. So.
Do you think the NRA would have helped my black ass?
No, I don't. I mean, no. That
you
sucks.
think I would have been on Fox News?
No, that's the sucky part about this country, bro. Like your black ass should be able to take an AR-15 and go hunt down pedophiles, bro, if you wanted to.
I mean, we should have. I don't know about that, by the way.
Yeah, there shouldn't be full-on anarchy. Let the judicial system handle some stuff.
He's been watching those videos where people are running up, slapping.
I know.
pedals.
He talks about it every day.
That
and Drake.
Yeah. Because he's like, hey, I don't slap broke.
He was like, so you think it's normal to be, he was like, how old are you? What did he say? 28. He was like, so is that normal to be with 15-year-olds? What does it matter?
Bow.
His fat ass got
Hey,
rocked.
so before we end tonight's episode,
yes, sir.
Sam, this is completely off topic, so this is gonna be crazy off topic because we just talked about like Trump and Drake and his pedophiles. How do you get off that, right?
Where
Sam?
could this go?
Yeah, where can this go? But so my boy Sam Warren, he's a huge fan of he literally believes everything from ancient aliens.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, anything that Ancient Aliens has ever said.
Oh, you're on that.
Yeah, I'm all on that.
And I mean,
so is he.
but not necessarily.
I mean, he believes in fucking lizard people and.
No, I believe in lizard people, but
he believes in lizard people. He thinks Donald Trump is a shapeshifter.
I've never said that, but
I think you
Publicly.
I think you got drunk and told me that once.
I got drunk. I was probably sober.
Remember that fucking lizard meme that you made with Trump with the lizard? That was fucking hilarious.
That was fire.
That was.
But you're gonna sit there and say that I'm drunk and I'm.
No, it was.
I get drunk, 100%, but I don't remember.
You believe in Wendigos?
Wendigos are real, dude.
See, he believes in Bigfoot.
This guy doesn't think Wendigos are real.
I've watched all of Supernatural. I don't believe in all.
What about
of it.
X-Files, dog?
X-Files is pretty crazy.
X-Files is how old?
X-Files is scary.
I'm 30.
Oh, you're 30. So you guys are exact same age too.
Yeah.
97.
93.
Oh, 93.
I was born in 92, so.
You were born in 92?
Yeah, September 10th, man. I can't believe I just said my birthday on camera.
You were born in 92?
Yeah.
How the fuck have you never seen an Aliens movie?
The movie.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
No, I got made fun of last night. I called my friend Ben and I told him I saw the new Alien Romulus movie, and he was like, "Hey, what did you think about the other ones too?" And I'm like, "Bro, I've never seen an Aliens movie ever, bro."
I'll be honest, I haven't either.
You never seen an Aliens movie?
No.
So he's not the only fucking one. Hey, he's not the only one. Hey, everybody clap it up. Clap it up. Everybody clap it up for Aliens. Let's go, dude.
For these two fucking infants.
Oh, no. Alien. No, but the weird thing is I know about Ripley, what is her name? Ripley. Yeah, I know about Ripley. I know about the Sigourney Weaver. I know about Ridley Scott. I know the lore, but I just never seen a movie.
The movie is, I'm actually gonna go see the new one tomorrow, so I'm excited.
Tomorrow, that's good.
I used to have the toys, everything.
So what do you think about? So before we end the episode, because my boy Sam over here is a Ancient Aliens connoisseur, I would say.
Yeah.
So you like Eric Von Däniken?
No, I think he's cringe as fuck, but everything else.
But, and Warren mentioned lizard people. Yes, I'm a big believer in lizard people, but we don't have to, make the whole episode about the lizard people, right? But what is your take on that, Warren? With all the new stuff coming out, with all the new stuff about
aliens,
UFOs, any of the technology stuff, what do you think?
AI.
Where is this heading? Yeah, because AI is becoming super big too. So okay, let me ask you. Let me phrase it like this, and then we can end the episode on this. With AI becoming so great, with AI becoming so good, and at the same time UFOs and aliens and stuff are becoming prominent, is that on purpose? Is AI and UFO and alien stuff?
It's all connected, I think.
Is it coming up at the same time? Because when they show us a picture of aliens or they show us a picture of UFOs, how do we know it's real? How do we know anything they're going to show us is real?
I mean, I don't know.
AI is so good now.
When you're talking about ancient aliens, we do have history that
so much history.
We can go look back on and see,
I mean, how did three cultures at the same time figure out, let's build pyramids right now?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, multiple cultures did the pyramids.
Yeah.
How are there churches
in different parts of the world?
How are there churches that are built underground?
Yeah.
In literally in Africa, there are these churches that are built underground, made out of chiseled
I've seen
stone.
those. Those are crazy. I showed you those, Andrew.
Yeah, you did.
How is that done? Okay, so you can just ask yourself this. There's underground cities that are carved out chiseled stone, but literally an entire city
10,000
chiseled out,
10,000 pound
So
bricks and
ask yourself this: can we duplicate that even with our technology?
It would take years. There would be so much regulation. I bet you that we would never get it done.
They haven't done it.
We wouldn't because we couldn't afford it.
So why do you think that is?
Because they were using ancient technology.
Yeah.
How else are they
Clearly
lifting
they were doing something that we don't. They were doing something that we can't do.
And there's so much images and just references to alien-like contact in every culture.
I mean, and they also do kind of make it seem like ancient people are. I don't think they give ancient people credit to how smart they were.
Right.
Either. Being, I don't know
I didn't think they were stupid.
Yeah, like
they play it off. They play it off as they're stupid.
They do play it off like they're stupid.
Yeah, the 100%.
Well, if they're stupid, how do they know how many planets were in the fucking solar system and the size of the planets and shit in the Mayan times?
But that's the argument with like ancient aliens. We like a lot of people who believe in like the really deep ancient alien stuff think that everything was taught to us by aliens.
I mean, it could be
that we are like a seedling planet almost.
We could be. I mean, the Earth.
Because we went how many years on, like, Earth just stood still with dinosaurs and a couple of other species throughout time, and then out of nowhere.
How long were dinosaurs here? Like 4 billion?
Almost a lot of years.
It was like 4 billion years or something.
Yeah, something around there.
That's a long fucking
That's
time.
why the lizard people.
And then there was just nothingness, and then here we are. It's God or it's ancient aliens. That's what they think, you know?
I mean, would that not make them God? If you can create life?
Yeah, that's a huge topic
I don't know.
in like churches everywhere. Like, if there was ancient aliens and they fed us all this information, and a lot of our stories are deprived of what, like, if we find out so much stuff in our textbooks from ancient times are from these aliens.
Think about us.
Does that change everything?
Think about us. If we could get, now we know that there are other planets that could sustain life.
Yeah.
Right? Like there are Earth-like planets, we just can't get to them.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
Imagine if we could. Don't you, like, wouldn't Earth make a good nursery?
Yeah.
It can sustain life, right?
Yeah.
So that means,
we're one of the best sustaining life
right. So
planets on.
I mean,
we know.
Exactly. So
because maybe something else sustains life.
Right.
That
but for what we know,
haven't. Yeah.
Like, Earth is like the perfect nursery if you want to drop some shit off and
let it grow. And then, hey, let's tell them how to build this structure, and let's give them these tools to make monuments to us, you know?
Yeah.
Or God is real, and aliens are also real, and he just has a bigger universe, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the universe is creepy because it's so huge.
It's so big.
So it's just
outrageous the amount
of
time.
Our galaxy alone is fucking huge.
Just time.
Yeah, I think both are real, God and aliens.
I mean, yeah.
God created the universe, but then aliens are able to go to planet and be like, hey, let's put life.
Yeah, man. There's more and more footage coming out every day, like that of just. There was one recently. I don't know if you saw. That was a really good shot. I can't remember if it was in what country it was in, but it was like looked like a sphere with a cube in it, and it was just like moving wildly fast. But I don't know, man. There's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of government information out there. You can't trust our government. They won't tell you shit.
But a lot of stuff's been leaked lately. These last like 5 or 6 years, a lot of stuff's been leaked
by Tom DeLonge and all that.
Who knows? Maybe they got drugged out of their mind and their brains trapped in an infinite loop of lies.
It makes sense. It makes sense that if you were a government, it would make sense to why they wouldn't want it public, though.
I've told him that several times.
I mean, you got to think about it. Like, if you were running the government and people are stupid like we are, like, would you, if you were running the government, right, and you know how people are as stupid as they are, and you found out that, like, there's a couple instances where, like, people got, like, abducted and shit, and you didn't really believe it, but you went out and you checked out the evidence and you, like, saw that shit, would you go back and tell the American people?
I wouldn't tell the people.
Would you just be like, yo, let's tuck that shit because that was fucked up and there's really nothing we could do about it? So
no, I wouldn't tell.
As I said to you, like, if the government came out and said, yo, there's aliens out there, they got their pistols shoot nukes, and then their other weapons are crazier, we're gonna die if we don't submit to them. What do we do?
No, I wouldn't tell them either, man. I get it, bro.
I would tell 20 people, and those people would
You can't tell the people as a government that something is happening and we can't protect you in your
We can't do anything. They can come into our airspace. They can do whatever they want.
So just pray that you aren't one of the unlucky few that is in a cornfield alone and you don't get zapped, because it's happening.
When they're drawing. They're just trying to draw. Don't go out there, bro.
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't know, bro.
They're crop circles, you know.
But yeah, no, this is episode. So say what's real sexy, dude. It's hot, dude. Like I always say at the end of every episode, it's hot. I want to thank Warren for showing up tonight.
Of course, man.
At the 5-year anniversary video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hey,
I mean, great time, man. It's always good to see your people.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, guys, like we say at the end of every episode, you know, subscribe to the TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Where that's what me and Sam are posting all of our stuff at.
1,000 subscribers by December.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to get to. I mean,
it's reachable.
And me and Sam should be streaming tomorrow. So,
is it coming out tomorrow?
No, it's not coming out tomorrow. So I don't know why.
We streamed in the past.
Before we done, if you ain't got one follower, don't talk shit to my mans, bro.
Hey,
if you can't get your auntie to follow you, bro, stop. Just stop.
Yeah, you can't get your mom or your aunt or your grandpa or your cousins.
Let my mans be. Let Narfin my bands be. Come on, man.
It's true. If you can't get your own mom to follow you, bro, like why are you talking to me like that, bro?
So we gonna leave it like that.
Well, because your mom should be the first one, right, to follow you. But if she's not following you, bro, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
She may not like him.
You're sitting there saying cancel.
Ain't got no friends.
And I'm cool with saying if someone says cancel your podcast, I'm cool with that, bro. I'm cool with that. But if you can't get your own mom to follow you, your own MOM, bro, then suck my fucking dick.
Get clouded up, kid.
Facts.
For real. But I mean, that's just how this episode's gonna end. But yeah, until next time, guys. Until next time, guys. Peace.